This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so good evening all. So first of all, thank you for joining uh, the session at that. Okay, so let us start how to start career in a data science. So first, I'm going to be discuss what is the agenda. Like we are going to be discuss what is the latest trend in industry going on, and what is a global market trend for AI, and what is the use case of AI, data science, machine learning, and most important, what is the skill required for machine learning for getting job, and what are the popular machine learning framework, and what is exactly going on in India uh, related to the AI. So let us also at the end of the session we will discuss India and AI. Okay, so first we're going to be discuss the trend in industry. So if you already knew these news and technology like artificial intelligence and machine learning, robotic process automation, edge computing, quantum computing, virtual reality and augmented reality, blockchain, Internet of Things, and 5G, and most important, cyber security. Okay, so these thing is also known as a digital transformation, and sometimes this digital transformation is known as industry 4.0. Okay, so this is industry 4.0. These are the core components for industry 4.0, like like autonomous robotic, augmented reality, big data, cyber security, cloud computing, 3D printing, and simulation. So if you talk about the employee would which job employee would uh, most like, and if talking about the one survey, the surveys is this survey is done by Knowledge Academy. So we can see the cloud services, artificial intelligence, business intelligence, these are the dominating, like dominating in the career opportunity. Okay, for the people, for the employee, for especially for IT domain. And if we see the digital job capacity, so these are the digital job capacity, like 140 millions new job we can see by end of 2025. And these are basically 1 million in the field of privacy and trust, 66 million for cyber security, 23 million for cloud and data set, and 90 million for software development, and most important, the 20 million data analysis, machine learning, and AI technologies. So let us focus more precisely on AI. So if we see the global market for AI, so this is the global market for AI. So we can see the from since 2060 until 2025, means 2025, we can see the growth, the market like revenue is going to be increased exponential. And we, if we focus on the India AI revenue, it is also very good. We can see the graph is exponentially rising after 2018. So if we see the job, AI job by city, so we can see like Silicon Valley, Bangalore at the top. But yes, every city like Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Pune, Chennai, there is a lot of job basically in AI domain. Now let us talk about what India government thinking and planning for promoting AI. So you, most of the people are already aware, like make artificial intelligence India, make artificial intelligence work for India, given by prime uh, like our PM Modi. We will discuss all this thing at the end of the session, more like detail. But if we see one there is a one statement given by our honorable PM Narendra Modi ji. We want India to become a global hub for AI. Many Indians are already working on this. I hope many more do so in the time to come. So we can see Arvind, like Krishna, the CEO of IBM, Mukesh Ambani is also actively like thinking to invest in AI, especially in our country. So there's a huge opportunities, there's a huge like bandwidth for us as an Indian. So if we see the Sankalp Patra, like of the PM Modi, in the 2019, like in 2019 manifesto, BJP has promised to make India the third largest economy in the world by 2030, with the GDP of $10 trillion by the year 2032. To achieve this, they have promised to promote artificial intelligence, data analytics, and blockchain, among other technology, other domain, like boosting the MSME, giving the importance to future technology, implementation of the manufacturing sector, and Industry 5.0, and as well as agriculture. So these are the this is means there is a huge bandwidth. There is a huge opportunity for us as an Indian. So if we talk about the salary across the city, is vary from like 10 to 18. Average salaries varies from 10 to 18 lakh per annum. So it's quite handsome. It's quite good as a as a starter career. Okay. So let us more precisely like use cases where we can apply the AI. So the most application we can see in healthcare, finance, media, government, and many more. Okay, so if we talk about the top use cases, the top use cases nowadays in healthcare, there's a number of like domain where AI has been and going to be implemented in the healthcare. Okay, and then also the agriculture. It's also agriculture having a great potential to implement artificial intelligence, especially in India and some agriculture dependent country. Okay, and apart from this, education also, uh, there's a top use cases we are going to be seeing. Education, basically education to improve and improvise the quality education. Okay, and so these are the category wise like job impact, but these are the how companies are using AI. Information technology in the top, no doubt. Marketing, finance and accounting, and accounting and customer service. These are the some pioneer company which try to adopt the AI, and they try to implement the this news and technologies. So let us talk about the key component of artificial intelligence. As we know, machine learning, deep learning, neural network, natural language, computer vision, cognitive computing. These are the key component for of artificial intelligence. But that is a few. There are many more. If you talk about the pattern recognition, natural language processing, chatbot, virtual like companion, and many more. Next gen cloud robotics, lot of things, lot of component are related to the artificial AI. But these are the some key component. So let us discuss more precisely about the application of the AI. As we know, voice assistant, IBM Watson, like automatic cars, and many more like Siri, Alexa, Tesla, everywhere. These are the most like useful daily we are using every day. These are the everyday application, daily life application, and that we can see every day. So now the most thing, what is exactly data science? That is a topic of today. We are going to be discuss the data science and how we can find some work in that particular domain. And if we want to enter the gateway of data science, then what prior requirement we have to have. So let us discuss these things. So let us start about the data. No matter which industry you work in, there is a no doubt that data affect your life and work. It may be IT, it may be food company, it may be fashion, it may be finance, agriculture, like automobile company, any company. So we can say there is a one statement given by some people. I don't know who is given that, but yes, data everywhere. Consumer are now more aware, so mine the data with utmost care and serve them everywhere. So let us discuss how much data is generated each day. So here are some key daily stats highlighting in the infographics. If you that is a 500 million tweet are sent every day, then 29 200 294 million emails are sent every day. These are the some it's like daily like data, like we are generating the data by using WhatsApp, by using the search engine, by using the Facebook and Twitter and all. So there is a one estimation by 2025. It is estimated that 463 exabyte of data will be created each day globally. That is equivalent of 20 crores of DVD per day. So if we want to collect this data, if we want to store this data, we need 20 crore of DVD every day. Okay, so that is a huge amount of data generating every day. So that is a 2021. That this is a what happened in an internet in minute. If we see that particular graph that is also given by the infographics, like Facebook, 1.4 million scrolling in 1 minute, 60 second. If we see in the LinkedIn, there is a near about 10,000 connection is going to be made in single second, a single minute. So these are the velocity, these are the volume of the data going to be generated every minute. And our visionary prime minister has discussed number of time about importance of the data. You people already aware with the Howdy Modi event. In that event, he said today it is a said that data is a new oil. I will also add that data is a new gold. Industry 4.0 is a focus on data. Now, please listen carefully. If there is one country in the world where data is cheapest, that then that is India. In fact, digital India is India's new face to the world. So you can understand with that statement what is the importance of the data. In another event, that is a World Economical Forum, he's already said today data is the real wealth, and it is being said that whole uh, whoever acquire and control the data will have hegemony in the future. The global flow of the data is creating a big opportunity as well as challenges. Data is a huge asset, but the flow of global data is creating the biggest opportunity and greatest challenge. So we can understand with these two statements what is the importance of the data. Stephen Hawking already said the data is a green data is a gold, data is a green gold, we can say diamond. A lot of people already talk about the data and its importance and what type of opportunity we can acquire from the data. Okay, so let us talk about the data science. What is exactly data science? Whatever the status I given, we can I try to summarize. There is a huge amount of data available in the information industry. There is no doubt. This data is no use until it is converted into useful information. It is necessary to analyze this huge amount of data and extract useful information from it. So we can say that these data is a completely unstructured. We need to apply some technology, we need to apply some mathematical technology, and we need to structureize it. We can say that converting unstructured data into the meaningful information is basically the purpose of data science. Means KDD, data discovery, knowledge discovery from the data source. uh, at the okay, so if you using the so what we can say that this is basically the process of discovering interesting and useful pattern and relation is large data set is basically the purpose of a data science. So using data to make decision. Okay, so data science is a process of capturing data, processing it, communicating and analyzing it, and then maintaining it. So we can say that here the stats come into the picture. There's a descriptive statistics, inferential statistics. We are going to be apply this stats and try to convert the huge unstructured data into some meaningful information. Okay, so that is the thing. That is the thing. Basically, data science is the process of analyzing data, which involve applying the machine learning model, statistics model, to drive the insight and value from the data. So let us discuss about the flow of data science. So first of all, we need to define the problem. Okay, after the problem, we need to get the data, we need to extract the data, and after extracting the data is completely raw format. We need to some apply some pre-processing technique. We need to clean the data, and after cleaning the data, we need to apply some visualization, that is called the exploratory data analysis. Then we apply some technique. The technique is basically called the machine learning technique. And then after applying the machine learning technique, machine learning modeling, we are going to be use the data and the model. So that is a basically very high level flow. Define the problem, get and clean the data, perform the EDA, apply the some technique, and that some technique is basically known as a machine learning. Okay, and then we just share that insight, means just uh, give the your model. After training, give the model, the bot can utilize your model. So that is a basically how we can solve the problem in data science. So first of all, we need to collect the data. After collecting the data, we need to analyze the data. After analyzing the data, we need to create the model, and after modeling, we need to use the data for predicting and forecasting the problem. Okay, so now let us discuss about the machine learning. So what is exactly machine learning? So we can say that machine learning is an application of artificial intelligence that provides system the ability to automatically learn and improve from experience without being explicitly programmed. So if we compare the machine learning with conventional programming language, so conventional programming language required a lot of if else statements. So conventional programming is completely based upon rule, but in machine learning, the algorithm based upon data. So that is the basically if then rule. So we are try to believe on data, we try to find the pattern, the relation from the data. Okay, so giving the computer the greater ability to understand the information, to learn, to reason, to act upon it. So that is a basically machine learning. So we can say that machine learning prediction is based upon experience. So we are whatever the decision we are going to be take by using the machine learning, that is completely based upon experience. That experience is nothing in our term, the experience is known as the data, and data is also sometimes known as a uh, past experience, historical information. Okay, so exactly we can say that data science is a problem is in the data science, and that problem which is arise from the data science is going to be solved by some technique, and that technique is basically known as an algorithm. So we can say that machine learning is a problem solving algorithm. So but the biggest thing to judge is what type of problem and what type of algorithm for given problem. And that is a well obvious. The machine learning is not going to be solve any type of problem. There is some specific type of problem by which is going to be solved by using the machine learning technology. So biggest thing need to judge at very initial level, which is the type of problem and the algorithm which is available for solving that particular problem. Okay, it is look like that. If you go to, if you visit uh, any hospital, so doctor first want to diagnose you, and on the basis of diagnosis, he's going to be start the like treatment. So here we can say that he has to be identify the your disease, your problem, and on the basis of problem, he's going to be start treatment. And a single doctor is not capable to treat all the type of treatment. Okay, so similarly in machine learning also there is a problem. So first of all, we need to identify the type of problem. That specific type of problem is going to be solved by specific type of algorithm. So that is a major task we need to understand. And here your stats, your basic mathematics going to be add the value. Okay, so these are the machine learning algorithm and machine learning problem. There is a 5 type of problem going to be solved by machine learning, like classification problem, prediction problem, anomaly detection problem, association problem, clustering problem, and reinforcement learning. And we can also understand like that every type of problem going to be solved with a different type of technique. So okay, and a technique can be n number of different technique, n number of different means same problem can be solved by n number of different way. So for classification there is a n number of algorithm, prediction there is a n number of algorithm, anomaly detection there is an n number algorithm. Like we can understand like that, if you are suffering from heart disease, so is not a single doctor who is going to be treat you. There is a cardiologist who is going to be treat you. There is an n number of cardiologists, so it's our like responsibility to understand which cardiologist is going to be treat with very proper and very accurate way. So that's we are all that's also we are going to be applying machine learning technology for selecting the proper model, for selecting the proper algorithm, and for selecting the proper algorithm, the selecting the proper model, there is n number of matrices we need to consider. Okay, so let us dig inside some machine learning. So if we talk about the machine learning, these are the core component like stats, machine learning algorithms, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. So first of all, for solving anything there is a methodology. Okay, for doing anything there is a methodology. For acquiring or for there is a methodology for solving any problem. So if we talk about the machine learning how to solve a machine learning problem, so there is a methodology. That methodology is basically known as a crisp methodology, and that methodology is given by a data that methodology is given by IBM. What is exactly this? This is a cross industry standard process for data mining, and that is the way. First we need to understand the business. We have to business understanding. Maybe business understanding we can acquire or we can explore and we can extract from the people who are very good in a business understanding, then data understanding, then data preparation, then modeling, then evaluation, and then deployment. And this is a basically iterative process. That is means we are not able to single sort, we are not able to solve any problem. So we have to single one cycle we are going to be try to solve 50% problem, then we understand our shortcoming, and then we are try to improve. So that is basically that is a basically step in machine learning. Okay, so let us take this roadmap. What is a roadmap? That so first we require the raw data, then we need to some feature engineering, then we have some data, the proper data, then we train the model, then tune the model, then evaluate the model, and then final prediction. So if you see that particular roadmap, only 10% effort is going to be given to the raw data. And then 80% effort is basically feature engineering, that is a pre-processing, and here the use math come into the picture. And only 5% is going to be like dedicated for training and testing the model. So if we see here, modeling, for creating a model, for using the model is not like much requirement. For what is like industry need the people who can able to convert the raw data into information. Okay, so for converting the raw data into the information, we need like some prior knowledge of stat, descriptive stats, inferential stats, and then we apply that thing and try to convert information, the raw information, into knowledge, into the raw data into the information. And then once you have a information, then what is the next step? Converting the information into the knowledge. So that machine learning come into the picture. Machine learning is simply try to convert whatever information you extracted from the raw data into the knowledge. And now what is the exactly AI? Just try to use the knowledge to solve a real life problem. So that is a flow: collecting the data, then converting into the information, then converting into the knowledge, and then just apply the knowledge for solving the problem. So let us discuss what is the machine learning step. So these are the machine learning step. We need, first of all, we have to have problem statement. After problem statement, we need to collect the data. After collecting the data, we need some feature engineering like pre-processing, and then we require some splitting for testing, for validation, training, and testing for try to overcome underfit and for overfitting and underfitting, uh, to preventing the overfitting and underfitting. Okay, then training the system and the testing the model, and then we store the model, means we just deploy the model so anyone can use that particular model. Now the most important, what are the skill required from machine learning job? Because people understand there is a no nothing, we just go and just start learning machine learning. Okay, that's not my recommendation, that is not my experience also. So first of all, we need to have some statistical stats background. Like we can talk about descriptive statistics, means where we can apply some we have a knowledge of population, we have a knowledge of sample, we apply the some center, we are able to apply the center limit theorem, we are great understanding of mean, median data, type of data, and all. So that's come into the in descriptive statistics. And after that, we need to also have some basic background of inferential, means testing, hypothesis testing. Okay, which type of testing can apply on which type of data? For that purpose, we are also aware the type of data and its measurement. Like if you talk about the type of data, we have a clear understanding the statistical data, discrete data, continuous data, like categorical data, nominal data, ordinal data, then coming, and on the basis of this we have to apply some scales, like ratio scale, like we can apply the interval scale, we can try to apply them, we have to apply all this thing, we have to clear understanding when and how we can apply all this statistical information over the data. And then we need to know for testing, like basic understanding of the basic type of testing, like p type of test, chi-square test, a lot of tests, g test. Okay, and when we can apply which type of data required which type of testing. Then little understanding of the probability and probability distribution function, like Gaussian distribution and all. Then data modeling, then programming skill, then applying, then ML libraries and algorithm, and then everything we can club and we can write some software. So okay, so that's the prior skill. If we want to enter this ocean of the AI, we need to know these things. We have to prepare with that particular thing, not very deeply mathematical calculation on, because we have a computational tool. Okay, but yes, we need to apply, we have to have clear understanding about the data, about the technology, about the technique, about the like stats. Then we can pre-process the data. So what are the essential math skill required for machine learning? So as I already discussed, we need to know the statistics and probability, some optimization method, linear algebra, and multivariate variable calculus. And these are, we need to know, like because the goal of machine learning is to minimize the error. So if you know about how to minimize the error, so definitely we have to have some calculus background. Okay, we need to know some we need to understand the how the polynomial going to be like act, how many minima, how many maxima a single function can contain. And on the basis of that, for finding all these things, although definitely we are not going to be find all these things with the help of manual work, definitely we have some a function, we have some calculus uh, understanding we required. Okay, so people generally understand there is a no relation between machine learning and statistics. That is absolutely wrong. There is a huge relation between stats and machine learning. If you try to really apply the machine learning algorithm, so we need to know about the data. So data, without understanding the data, we are not able to apply the algorithm. Okay, so machine learning is simple a technique. Okay, if you apply the wrong technique with the wrong problem, okay, that's a completely worse situation. So we need to understand the data, and understanding the data, definitely we can stats come help for understanding the data. Okay, so these are the most popular machine learning software tool nowadays. As I mentioned, we are not going to be do the machine learning computation or calculation manually. We have a lot of tools already there, and these are the high level tool. Like no don't afraid the programming. That is a very high level tool, like TensorFlow, uh, deep learning tool, scikit-learn, PyTorch is given by Facebook. Keras is a neural network. If you want to design the neural network model, we can use the Keras. The Colab is given by Google, and Apache Mahout is basically help us to work on the huge amount of data parallelly, parallel distribution, or work on the data on distributed manner. Then Spark, Spark is there, for PySpark is there, CNTK, like KNIME and Vika. These are the tool. If you see the last two one, KNIME and Vika, that is basically based on Java, and all above like sklearn, PyTorch, Keras, TensorFlow, that is basically based on the Python. So it is not like that. People just number of people mail me and ask about a programming language that Python is used in machine learning. No, that is not true always. Okay, Python is used because that is a very easy to understand, very easy to implement. But it is not like that. Only machine learning is going to be implemented in the Python. Any language is there, like as I mentioned, Veka is Python. Even there is C libraries also there. If you know about the TensorFlow, that is based on C++ already. Okay, so that is like Python is not only using machine learning, creating a machine learning model and all. Yeah, that is easy. So people use uh, Python broadly, but alternatives also there. Okay, so these are the some term we need to know, like statistic and probability. We need to understand the mean, median, mode, correlation, covariance, p value, some more like type of testing. These are these things we have to, if we want to prepare, if we want to really start to build a career in the field of machine learning. That is my first suggestion, is that first thing we have to do to understand the stats and probability, and then again some more advanced mathematics like calculus, multivariable calculus, then linear algebra, and after then we need to know the optimization method, cost function, objective function, error function, gradient descent. So these are the thing. Okay, we need to plan if you want to really understand the machine learning and try to apply the machine learning algorithm into your data to solve any problem. And if you talk about the data, we need to understand the structured data, unstructured data, qualitative data, quantitative data, discrete data, continuous data, nominal data, ordinal data, and interval data. We need to understand all these things very clearly. Then come to the tool, because definitely we are not going to be do all this thing into the manual way. There is a lot of tool like pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn, sklearn. These are the tool, and that these tools are very easy to use, very easy, are very, it's a really high level tool. So don't worry about tools. Okay, and then maths we need to know, like probability distribution I already mentioned, and then come to the machine learning algorithm: supervised algorithm, unsupervised algorithm, semi-supervised algorithm, and reinforcement learning. So that is the thing. Okay, so these are the like competency. If you really want to learn the machine learning, so like some people very good in a computer science, some people very good in the mathematics, some people have expert into the any domain. But if you want to really apply all this thing, so we need to transfer the knowledge. Like computer science people must have some knowledge about maths and all. Let us take this area is basically called the machine learning. So if you want to really become machine learning, just enhance some math and statistics, and then learn some programming language. And after that, really want to become the data science, so we need to know all. We need to have some domain experience, like if you start your career in the healthcare, at least you know about some basic domain about health, agriculture, whatever the domain you are going to be start. Then you require the maths knowledge and all. So these are the traditional research, the people who don't who have very who having very great knowledge of domain, they have a subject matter expert, they know the mathematics, but they are lagging in programming skill. So that is basically called the traditional research. And then software development come into the picture, the people having domain experience and the people having computer like programming skill, but they don't have any mathematical modeling, data science skill, and math skill. So that is the basically competency. If you so that's your responsibility in which block you want to start your career. Okay, so a lot of question is there, like what is a machine learning, what is a deep learning, what is the artificial intelligence. So simply these are the highly correlated to each other. If you try to understand that Venn diagram, so yes, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning is all are the subset of each other. Okay. Okay, so now if you start try to start your career in that particular domain, definitely you are going to be got these terminology. What is a data set, what is a feature, model, training, inference, and all. So data set is nothing, that is an example that contain the feature, important feature to solve the problem. Okay, the feature is simply important piece of data that help us understand a problem. Okay, then modeling is nothing, or define the relation between feature and label. Like if you talk about the any relation, let us take v equal to ir. So v equal to ir is our model. Okay, and v is basically target variable, and in r is basically a feature and all. So there is a, when we try to give the relation between dependent variable, independent variable, our target and feature, so that is going to be held by model. So simply we can say that the function, okay, the function in the mathematics, that is called the function. In programming, that is called the algorithm, and in machine learning it's called the model. So model is nothing, that is going to be map input and output, feature and target. Okay, and what is exactly training? The training means creating a learning model. Okay, learning is a process of making the system able to learn. So that I already mentioned, the iterative process. Okay, so that is the training is basically how to if you want to try to give some knowledge, so we at least we require we have to just train the people with some data and all. And then inference means apply the train model to predict something or recognize something, whatever the requirement is. Now the problem, the programming language. Okay, so if you want to really try to learn the programming language for machine learning, so yeah, I already mentioned that Python and R is basically topmost choice, but it is not only the choice. So there is a Java, C, C++, MATLAB, SQL, but Python is open source, and huge community support is available. That why people try to use the Python. And C, C++, Java is not open source, so that's another reason Python and R is on top. Okay, so AI, okay, will be how the job is going to be look like. So that is a job. So we can see that the every year, at least 5 to 10 years, the job is going to be exponentially rise in the field of AI and machine learning. Okay, so what type of profile you are going to be getting machine learning, like AI engineering? So first of all, the robotic scientists, so we require the some electronics knowledge, some hardware knowledge, some mechanical component knowledge, big data engineering. Sometimes it's also called the data engineer, BI engineer, that is called the sometimes they have so every people, every profile having different skill set. So data scientist, ML engineer, product manager, AI research scientist. So there is a some like profile nowadays offered by company, and that profile is going to be offered with your skill set. Okay, so these are the some skills required for like for data analysis, core ML engineer, ML engineer, software ML. So these are the some uh, skill required. Okay, so what is exactly role if you talk about the data scientist? So the role of the data scientist is build your machine learning model. Okay, and if you talk about the data engineer, deploy and monitor your machine learning model. Also work with the data integration, means from where the data is coming, what type of pipeline we have to create for extracting the data from source and storing some different place and all. Okay, so sometimes data engineer required some big data Hadoop or Hadoop concept. Okay, data visualization, that is a pure visualization. Okay, like BI, sometimes that is called the BI engineer, require that a lot of Tableau is there, a lot of like visualization we need to do. Okay, process owner, like process owner manage the team, manage the stockholder. These are things we can say that a project manager, product manager, we can say that. Okay, so basically nowadays the data scientist, okay, every company require the data scientist. Because why data scientist? I want answer, call the data scientist right now. Because data science company company like if company hire any data scientist, they have basic assumption, they have all the knowledge. Means all the knowledge means build, design and deployment. Not 100% very excellent, but yes, they know how to collect the data, they know they can work on the data pipeline, they can work on modeling, and they can also work on deployment. So that is basically the role of the data scientist. Okay, so and again, data scientist, data engineer, visualization expert, process owner, every company just hire the employee on the basis of their requirements. So they already mentioned in their job requirement. Because now the tool and technology come into the picture. Okay, there is n number of tool required for data scientists, there are n number of tool required for visualization. So maybe at that particular step, a company specify some tool and technology, and then and tool and technology, for learning a tool and technology is not big deal. If you know one tool, you can apply the knowledge of that particular tool into learning for different tool. Nowadays transfer learning into the picture. We are not going to be learn everything. Okay, one type of learning we can apply into the second type of learning. Okay, so that is another thing. Now the most important thing, India and AI. Okay, so we already knew a lot of thing going to be already happened and going to be happen. So there is a one community, there is a one organization. That organization is called the India and AI. The National Artificial Intelligence Portal of India, called ai.gov.in, has already launched, and that is launched by Ravi Shankar Prasad. So Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, already thinking a lot more about AI. And if you people are aware, there is a one conference already happened, and which is a lead by our honorable Prime Minister. Okay, so that called the RAISE, responsible AI for social empowerment. Okay, so the Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurate the RAISE 2020, that is called the responsible AI for social empowerment 2020. That it is a 5-day global AI summit, which took place virtually from October 5 to 9 in 2002 during the pandemic. Okay, the Ministry of Electronics and Communication, Electronics and Information Technology, shortly that is called MEITY, in a partnership with the Niti Aayog, organized that summit. The around 45,000 stakeholders from the academic, research, industry, government, a government representative from more than 133 country registered to participate in the RACE 2020 summit. That was a huge event, and that completely focused on AI. Okay, so that is so okay, so we need to make artificial intelligence in India and make artificial intelligence work for India. So some interesting statements made by Narendra Modi, honorable Prime Minister of India. I'm going to be just say the first thing is that he say AI is a tribute to human intelligence power. At every step of history, India has led to word in the knowledge and learning. Okay, he said a lot of like good thing, but some good thing about the AI, some also some drawback of the AI. Like it remain our collective responsibility to ensure the trust in AI is used. Algorithm transparency is a key to stabilize this trust. Equally important is accountability. We must protect the word against the weaponization of AI by non-state area. Okay, actors. But yes, we are not. So these are the some statement given by the AI, and we can understand how our government thinking about AI and how the GDP, how the growth of any country is going to be changed by implementation of AI. So he said, we want India to become a global hub for AI. Many Indian are already working on this, and I hope many more do so in the time to come. So I might be you might people know about him. This is also a Indian, and now he's the CEO of IBM, Arvind Krishna. He already said in that same like a race, like in 202, hybrid cloud and AI are two dominate force driven digital transformation today. And what is exactly digital transformation? We already talked, that is the industry 4.0. Okay, so let us talk about India and AI. Okay, so according to the independent study, AI has the potential to increase India annual growth rate by 1.3% and will add USD 957 million to Indian economy by 2035. That is a huge amount. Okay, according to the expert, AI will address language barrier and will be vital for managing emergency situation like pandemic in future. You people already aware that some of the native language, Bhojpuri, Assami, is people going to be utilize it. And now Google is also give a option to translate not only English, not the popular language, even Assami and Bhojpuri, the some very area specific language. So according to the expert, AI will address the language barrier and will be vital for managing emergency situation like pandemic in future. Okay, that is, AI will add one USD like 15.7 trillion USD to global economy by 2030 and is expected to enhance the likelihood of the million of people around the world. And we are going to be see this. India is a like okay, we are going to be see that rapid development. Okay, so that is a India, that is a India and AI, and so that is a huge opportunity for us. Okay, and if you people know about the how we can acquire the knowledge, how we can train from AI, there is a huge sources, huge open source platform is already there. Even since 5 years, a lot of IITs and ITs already started PhD in artificial intelligence, master in artificial intelligence, and even bachelor in artificial intelligence. If you already heard about like in 2021 or 20, IIT Madras already give a great opportunity to learn, and like IIT Madras already launched the BSc in a data science, so anyone can learn after 10 plus 2. So that is the impact. We can see that is the impact, means that is we can learn all this thing, and that is the impact of the AI. Everyone thinking about AI in okay, so we have to learn all this thing, and we have to skill improve our skill, and we can start our career and build our career in that news and technology. You might aware with that Niti Aayog. Okay, okay, and there is a lot of tweet given by Narendra Modi about AI. We need to make artificial intelligence in India and make artificial intelligence work for India. Okay, I would urge all of you to identify the grand challenge of artificial intelligence can solve for India. That these are the some tweet, and that so a lot of things. Because if the our if the leader of a country thinking about this thing, we can think how bandwidth artificial intelligence have. Okay, so these are the something. Now it's about me. I'm also working as a data scientist in IBM, and this is some of my achievement. I got different award from different people. So this is about me, and this is my like virtual presence. If you want to communicate or contact with me, I'm available on Facebook, LinkedIn, GitHub, even you can see on YouTube also. Okay, so that's thing. And most important, if you want to connect by using a application, you can install that application and you can also communicate with me. So that's from my side. So really thank you for your patience and hearing. Okay, now let us start some question and answer Q and session. So I would like to answer some of your question.
Hello, good evening, sir. Hello.